Hello students, as we are continuing with our chapter journal, today we will do question number 12a, and here is the question. Following balances appeared in the books of Radhika Traders as on 1st April 2018. We have got here the assets and liabilities which has been forwarded from the previous year. We have assets, cash 8,000, cash at bank 7,000, stock 30,000, debtors total 36,000, and individually we have Mohan 10,000, Sohan 12,000 and Dinesh rupees 14,000. Furniture rupees 5,000 and building rupees 25,000. The liabilities are creditors X 5,000 and Y 6,000. Now we will forward these balances which has been brought from the previous year, and we will debit all the assets, because according to the accounting equation method, when the assets increase we debit all the assets. Similarly, when the creditors increase we credit all the liabilities, like we have liabilities like bank overdraft, bills payable. So when it increases we will write on the to side. So here we have written down, I have already typed the answer, because it will take a long time, or it will take too much time if I keep on typing while explaining, because this question is quite lengthy. So to save time I have already done this, you just have to follow the explanations. So here we have written all the assets on the debit, and then we wrote the liabilities as 2x and 2y we credited. Now here you can see that we are getting 1 lakh rupees on the to side, which is a balancing figure. So students, if you get the amount of balance on the to side, you will write to capital account as balancing figure. But if you get the balancing figure on this side, on the debit side, then you will write goodwill account balancing figure. Suppose this 1 lakh was less on debit side, we would have written goodwill account balancing figure. Then here is the narration, balances of the previous year brought forward. So we have opened the journal of Radhika Traders with this format, date, particulars, LF, amount debit rupees, amount credit rupees. Now let us go to the question. In April 2018 the following transactions took place. So this is the year and the date for the transactions. Here are the various transactions that happened, and here is the amount for the transactions. So on April 2, bought goods of list price 6,000 from Khanna Brothers less 15% trade discount and 2% cash discount, and paid 40% same price at the same time. Okay. So here, since we are buying, we are purchasing from Khanna Brothers, we will debit purchases because this is expense according to the nominal account. Now here we have written 5,100 because trade discount will not be shown in the journal entry. So 15, after we deduct 15% from 6,000, we get 5,100. Then we wrote here 2 Khanna Brothers, 2 cash account, 2 discount received. Now out of this 5,100, we got a cash discount of 2%. Now let us see the working of this, and then you will understand and you will not get confused that from where these amounts have come. Okay. So let us go down. Okay, so here I have typed the working. So list price was 6,000, 15% was trade discount. Okay, and after 15% trade discount, we minused 900, we got 5,100 as the balance amount. Okay. So, then it says that 2% discount is on cash discount. So, we will not give cash discount on this 5100 because full 5100 is not yet been paid to Khanna Brothers. So, we will not get discount on 5100, but this cash discount will be on 2040 rupees. Now, this 2040 rupees is actually what we have paid right now, which is 40% of 5100. Okay. So, 40% of 5100 is coming as 2040. Okay. So, till here we have closed down. Okay, let me bring this down so that you not get confused. Okay. So, here 5100 was our what we had to pay, and we are getting a cash discount. So, but we are not paying 5100 to Khanna Brothers. Radhika is not paying 5100 to Khanna Brothers. Radhika is paying only 40% of 5100, which is 2040. So, the cash discount will be given on 2040, that is 41 rupees. And after the cash discount, the cash payment, after the discount of 41 rupees, the payment will be 1999 rupees. Okay. And the remaining amount that is 60% of 5100. Okay, 60% of 5100. So, the 60% of 5100 will be your rupees 3060, which we have still not paid. Okay. So, here the cash payment will be done 40% and the discount will be given only on the cash payment, that is 2% on 2040 rupees, and remaining, that is 60% of 5100, that is 3060 rupees is still due to be paid. Okay. So, let us come back to the journal. Here what we have written: purchase was 5100 after trade discount 15%, then to Khanna Brothers. Okay. So, Khanna brother has given us goods, he is the giver, and still the amount due to him is 3060. Okay. Then we wrote to cash account, cash goes out, we are crediting. So, the cash which is going out after the discount of 41 rupees is 1999, and then we received a discount because we are purchasing. So, we will receive a discount. So, we received a discount from Khanna Brothers, cash discount of 2% on 40% of cash that was paid by Radhika Traders. Okay. So, always remember the cash discount will be only on the cash payment. Okay. But if there is no such brief question given that how much percentage of cash is been paid, then on the amount which is deducted after the trade discount, we will charge the cash discount. Okay. Because that whole amount will be paid in terms of cash. But if some part like 1/3, 2/3, 40%, 60%, 75% cash is paid, so we will find out how much cash is paid and then we will charge, then we will put discount on that amount. Okay. So, here narration is purchased and discount received on payment. Okay. Then next we have is 3rd April, received a draft from Mohan in full settlement and deposited into the bank. So, Mohan was our debtors and he was supposed to pay 10,000, but we settled Radhika Traders settled the account for 9750. That means Radhika Traders is allowing discount. So, here received a draft. So, draft will go in bank. So, bank account will be debited 9750 and discount allowed will be debited because that will be our expenses. So, discount allowed will be 250 and Mohan was supposed to pay 10,000, but he paid a draft of after settlement 9,750. So, bank we are debiting because we are getting a draft, we are getting money in the bank. To discount allowed. Okay. So, allowed discount allowed we are debiting. Okay, by mistake I wrote that to discount allowed. So, discount allowed we are debiting because that is our expense, and then to Mohan, Mohan was giver. So, he was supposed to give 10,000. Okay. Now, narration we wrote here, draft received from Mohan deposited into the bank. Now, we have here April 5. Okay. So, in April 5, purchase goods from Suresh of list price 8,000 at 20% trade discount and paid him by check. So, there is no question of any credit purchase because we already paid him by check. Okay. So, here when we pay some expenses or goods that we have purchased through check, so instead of cash we write bank. So, purchases will be debited because nominal account expense debit, bank will be credit because from our bank check is going out or money is going out, and directly we will write here after trade discount, that is 6,400, that is 8,000 minus 20% of 8,000 minus 20% will be 6,400. Goods purchased and payment made by check. Okay. Now, let me bring this question down. We have next is okay. Next we have is April 8. Okay. So, narration for April 5 we wrote goods purchased and payment made by check. Okay. April 8, goods sold and received a check. Now, here I will be sending you the different entries that we do when we pay in terms, when we receive in terms of check. Usually when we pay in terms of check we simply write bank, okay, but when we receive a check we write checks in hand account, we are receiving check. Okay. So, here sold goods and received a check. So, here we received a check for the goods sold. So, I will be sending you the transactions, the examples, and from there you can see and learn and refer of to different transactions and how the journal entries will be done whenever the check is been received or whenever the check has been deposited into the bank or draft or payment done by check. Okay. So, when we receive we always write checks in hand, but when we pay check we write bank. Like here we have made payment by check, we wrote to bank. Now, here we sold goods for 25,000 and received a check of 25,000. So, checks in hand will be debited because it is what we are receiving. Okay. And to sales account will be credited because sales is income as per the nominal account. Goods sold and received a check. April 10 deposited the above check into the bank. Now, this check is going out and it has been deposited into the bank. So, bank is increasing. So, here we will debit the bank because money is what comes in. So, money is going in, the check is going in the bank. So, we will debit bank 25,000 and we will write 2 checks account because checks, the check that we received on the sale is going out of Radhika Traders and going to the bank. Okay, so check deposited into bank. Now, April 12, Sohan deposited in our bank account. Okay, so Sohan, he deposited 4,000 rupees in our bank account. So, Sohan is also one of the debtors. So, he directly deposited money in the bank. So, we will debit bank because bank is account is increasing. So, directly he deposited the money into the bank. So, bank account will be debited, and who is the giver of that 4,000 rupees? Who is depositing? Sohan. So, we will credit Sohan. Okay. Then we have April 16, paid income tax by check. Now, income tax is your private expense. The Radhika Traders, it is the private expense of Radhika Traders, because Radhika Traders, whatever income they are earning, that is for their personal benefit. So, this will be called as drawings, because income tax is, if you are paying income tax for someone else, then maybe it will be the expense as income tax, but here income tax is paid for Radhika Traders. So, instead of income tax, we will write drawings account to bank because it has been paid by check, 5600, 5600 income tax paid. Then we have April 20, received a check from Sohan and sent to the bank. Okay. So, Sohan earlier he paid 4,000. So, here Sohan, he was supposed to pay 12,000. So, he already paid 4,000. So, we have a balance of 8,000. Now, out of this 8,000, we received a check from Sohan 7,800 and we sent it to the bank. Okay. So, here we will not write checks in hand account because we are directly sending it into the bank. We are not keeping. Okay. If you are receiving a check, suppose on April 10 you received a check. So, you will debit checks in hand account, and on April 15 you deposited that check. So, you will write 2 checks in hand account, but if on the same day you are receiving check and depositing, then you will not write checks in hand account. So, here bank is increasing, or we are receiving a check which is been deposited into the bank 7,800. Discount is allowed 200, which is expense by nominal account, and so we are debiting this also. Okay. So, here we are debiting the bank account and we are debiting the discount allowed account 200, and the balance was 8,000 which Sohan was supposed to give. Okay. Deposited cash received from Sohan in full settlement. Okay. Next we have is 21, April 21, withdrew from bank for office for private. Now, when we are withdrawing from the bank from the office use, we are withdrawing cash. Okay. And when we are doing for the using the money for the private use, then we will write drawings. So, here we have debited drawings account because this drawings is for private use. 4,000 we have withdrawn from the bank. So, to bank will be credited because this now bank account, here from bank we are getting money. So, to bank will be credited because from bank we are getting money. Okay. And then cash account 2000 we have debited here. Okay. So, drawings we have debited because drawings is expense and we have written drawings here because it is a nominal account and it is an expense. Then cash we have debited. Cash we have debited, what comes in? We are withdrawing business for office use. So, cash is coming in the business. Now, bank account giving. Bank is giving money. So, we are crediting bank account. Okay. So, from the bank account money is been given total 6,000. Out of the 6,000, 4,000 is for private use, what we debited as drawings, and 2,000 is for office use, what cash is coming in the office for official use. Withdrew from bank for office and personal use. Then we have 23 April. Sent a check to X in full settlement of his account 4,900. Now, this we were supposed to pay X, our creditor, 5,000, and we settled with 4,900 rupees, 4,900 with X. So, X is a receiver, he was supposed to get 5,000. We gave giver from the bank, we are giving 4,900 according to the full settlement. Okay. And then we received a discount from X of 100 rupees. Okay. So, 5,000 was supposed to be paid to X by Radhika Traders, but the settlement is 4,900 which has been paid in his account in full settlement by check. So, 4,900 is been given by through the bank, and discount what is received is 100. So, discount received will be credited because this becomes our gain. Okay. Now, April 27, check of Sohan returned by bank as dishonored. Okay. Now, Sohan had deposited the check of 4,000 directly into the bank. On which date? On date 12. So, if you see here, bank is receiving. Okay. Bank is the personal account as per the rule. So, bank is receiving how much? 4,000, and who is depositing the check? Sohan. Now, this same check is been dishonored, which is returned back to Sohan. Dishonored means when the bank rejects your check, maybe because of the signatory is not matching, or maybe you don't have enough balance that you have written on the check. So, these can be some reasons when the check will, when your check will be dishonored by the bank. So, here the bank is dishonoring the check, and this check is been dishonored. Okay. Okay. Check of Sohan received by the bank dishonored. Okay. Okay. So, here the amount which was deposited 4,000 into the bank, Sohan deposited into the bank 4,000. Okay. So, here 4,000 is been deposited by Sohan. Now, remaining was 8,000 which Sohan gave as check, which you can see in 20th. Okay. So, remaining 8,000 was received as check, which was deposited into the bank after allowing discount of 200. So, this particular check what Radhika Traders had deposited into the bank is being dishonored. So, we will return back the check to Sohan. So, Sohan becomes the receiver to bank. bank is giving back the check 7800 and we will credit here discount allowed because we are cancelling discount allowed here. Okay. In this we are cancelling the discount allowed, so we are crediting the discount allowed. Check received from Sohan gets dishonored. Okay. Then we have 28th. Dinesh was declared insolvent and a payment of 60 paisa in a rupee received from his estate by a check. So, Dinesh was declared insolvent. Now, this Dinesh is another debtor. He was supposed to pay 14,000. So, he is insolvent or bankrupt. He is not having enough money to pay the debts to Radhika Traders. He had bought goods on credit, but now he doesn't have enough money. So, he is settling his account with 60 paisa in a rupee. Okay. So, he was supposed to pay 14,000, and if we calculate 60 paisa in a rupee, we will receive what comes in cash 8400. And we have a bad debts of 5600. Now, this bad debts is nominal account which is expense and therefore, it is debited, and the cash account is what comes in will be also debited, and this is 60 paisa of 14,000. Okay. Cash received and bad debts written off. Then we have 30th. Bank allowed interest 350, paid for rent by check 1500, paid for travelling expense by check 500. Now, this bank allowed will be credited. So, the bank is allowing a interest. So, since the bank is allowing interest, so we are receiving interest money in our bank. So, bank will be debited. 2 interest received. 2 interest received will be credited because this is our gain according to the nominal account. So, we will credit 2 interest received, 350 interest allowed by bank. And the last one here we have is 2 expenses. Rent account 1500, travelling expense account 500. Now, this both are expense. So, according to the nominal account we will debit the expense. Okay. 1500 and 500. We have done a compound entry over here, and we have paid it through the check. So, we will write to bank account and total 2000. Okay. So, here let me complete this. Okay. Will be debited, then this also will be debited. Okay. So, here whenever we are paying through check, we will simply write to bank because bank is giving. Okay. But if we receive a check, like here April 8, we receive a check. So, we will write checks in hand account, and on April 10th we have deposited this check into the bank. So, we are giving the check and the bank is receiving the check. So, bank account to checks in hand account. But if somebody is directly depositing into the bank, like here Sohan is directly depositing in the bank. So, bank is receiving and who is giving? Rohan is giving. So, we will not write checks in hand account. Okay. We will write checks in hand account only when the check is received, we are keeping in the office, and then that check we are depositing on the other date in the bank. Okay. Like here April 20 received a check from Sohan and sent into the bank. Here also we have not written checks in hand account because on the same day we are sending the check to the bank. So, the bank is receiving, the bank is allowing discount of 200. Okay. So, sorry, this Radhika Traders has allowed discount of 200, okay, after this, after the full settlement, and Sohan was supposed to pay 8,000. Now, this particular check on April 20th is been dishonored on 27th. Okay. So, Sohan again receives back the check, and the discount what was allowed 200 is been cancelled, returned as 2 discount allowed, and the bank is giving back the check of 7,800. So, the discount allowed here is been cancelled as 2 discount allowed, and then we totaled on this side we got 2,35,450, on this side also we got 2,35,450. I hope you all are practicing and doing your accounting, because practice is very important for accounting. Theory you can do it, but it will take lots of time to cover up one question. So, writing practice is very important. Have a good day and God bless you all.